Evening, everybody, or good morning, or good afternoon, depending upon your time zone and current diurnal anomaly. How is everyone today? I hope you and your fur babies are doing well. And yes, I know I'm early. A, I get a bit bored waiting for myself, and B, I have, in principle, quite a bit to do before the caffeine wears off. Welcome to the daily grind. Hello, Misfit. Are you gonna just stand there, or shall I get to hug you later? What am I doing first? Well, actually, given that I am grinding for Jade, new resurgence? Oh, thank you for telling me. Hello, Acronymus. How are you doing? We're just going to run Uranus. I was going to entitle this something like Grinding Uranus, but that probably wouldn't have gone down well. I know, that's a terrible, terrible joke. Why is that on series? Oh. Oh, I remember doing that. The Silver Grove, yes. Yeah, I do remember doing that. Oh, grief, I had whole grinds for plants on Venus, as I recall.
This cavern is infused with Jade's motes. The Corpus have set up mote collectors to extract Jade's energy from the air. Due to
Brain dead.
the security protocols, the collectors are under our control.
Yes, that wasn't fun.
On to the first one.
Where is everybody? Oh, I see. I had to be slightly closer.
Protect the collector while it draws motes from the air. Ordis would hate for more of Jade to be turned into
Terrible weapons.
How are you doing today, Acronymus? All well, I trust?
fantastic. The capsule is full of motes. Now we can escort it up the elevator.
I'm not running this solo, am I? Or is it just that people don't particularly want to have anything to do with this mission?
Ordis has unilaterally enabled air support that will boost the height of your gallant leaps. Enjoy! Ordis fears they have cut power to the elevator. Find ionic charges nearby, or else we will be going nowhere. Oh, how nifty! It seems some of the ionic charges contained a more refined storage system. It should provide the elevator with an additional boost.
Hey.
elevator inbound. Full up.
Corpses!
Corpus.
This makes for an interesting little challenge, to be honest, playing solo as Titania. Because you not only have to balance get your whatever those are, because I can't remember the name of, you also have to make sure you've got enough energy to power yourself, although technically speaking you probably don't need it.
Find more charges or it is stuck here.
That was embarrassing. Now that's what comes with not using Titania's strengths.
The elevator's power is depleted. Operator, without more ionic charges, it goes not an inch farther. Those sister beacons are meant for the Corpus troops to call in backup. The elevator has stopped. Find more ionic charges.
Yes. Stop panicking. Don't know why I bothered hammering on the shields like that. I know perfectly well. To just rise above them. Where is it? I can hear the beeping. Where is it? I can definitely hear it on occasion. Oh well. Nobody dropping any charges for me? This is kind of. Well, this turned more interesting than expected. Oh, there it is. I'm really puzzled. Normally, finding the charges to run the elevator is not a problem. How come I can't find them? Huh. I have... never run into this problem before. Why do I get the feeling I just... Oh, look at that! I didn't realise that was in there. They simply aren't dropping the charges anymore. In fact, I haven't seen a single one in some time. How very odd. Bordering on peculiar.
Reinforcements arriving via the auxiliary elevator bay. Should Ordis tell them they are...
Going down.
I thought some of them dropped the elevator power charges, the ionic charges. Apparently, there comes a point they just stop dropping them. Which is slightly disturbing because it means I can't finish this. Suggestions, anybody? Apart from don't run the solo. Only other suggestion I can think of is go low. See if there's any left down here. Yeah, like this one. funny that I have to resort in a flying frame to climbing all the way up because I can't find any charges down here. Oh, it's hilarious. Well, I started this, so I'm damn well gonna finish it. This has got to be the most painful way to do this blasted mission. Ah. I am earning every single one of these motes today, I can tell you. I'm so close. Oh, that's a nice big one. Oh, so you can.
could have banged the left before you got here. Then we wouldn't have had to do this now, would we?
We're almost done. One final stretch. We have to get the capsule to its spectrum. Until the capsule's shields are back up, Orders is afraid it will not budge. The capsule is taking critical damage, Operator. We have extracted the capsule. Mission complete.
Another job well executed.
That was a ridiculous amount of effort. That took me 30 minutes. I'm never doing that solo again. I'm never doing that solo again. Ooh, mind you, look, I got a heck of a lot of endo into the process. And a new semi-rifle cannonade. That was ridiculously exhausting. Let's go do something more entertaining. Let's go and... No, I'm not set to solo. Didn't think so. Let's do a Steel Path incursion. Why not? No, that was not. That was not the Steel Path. That was regular path. I was just solo. And it got difficult. It's a lot easier with a squad, that one. How you doing, Cusco?
You always were clever, but you never did have vision. On the contrary, I envision this whole venture will come crashing down around you. Each Tenno attack on my ambulance has been logged, analyzed, and refactored from our Animo project. You've brought these Tenno to their deaths. A terrible miscalculation. You've learned nothing from me. Oh, I've learned one thing, Beck. Never underestimate the competition. Someone retrieve that ambulance model before auto-destruction kicks in.
Oh, it's this thing. Oh, Lord.
Whatever you do, Don't let them fix that ambulance.
I forgot about this mission. Never.
Here comes the dropship with a special delivery. I haven't felt this good since they rebuilt my larynx. Should have finished the job while you had the chance. That ambulance will live to fight another day.
Can we lose the roses, please?
Opportunity. Hack into that ambulance and deploy this protocol.
You know, I think this might be the first Steel Path assassination I've been involved with. So, what is the Warframe that is dropping roses around us all?
Everything I own, I built. Worked my way to the top of the board from nothing. You create nothing. You earn nothing. You deserve nothing. All we need is one more ambulance to be returned to the dropship.
All we got to do is watch out for drones. All right. It's not something. I don't think it's an effect I've seen before.
Artillery, scatter those stainless steel rats.
I wonder if they got permission from Harry Harrison to use that expression. And some of you may be wondering what I'm talking about. Harry Harrison wrote a book series called The Stainless Steel Rat. Actually terribly amusing. Jim digress. That was his name.
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching.
Harry Harrison. Good author. Terrible at historical novels. He wrote one novel where the... oh, grief. The Monitor. Was it the Merrimack? Yeah. Defeated... HMS Black Prince or its sister ship, whose name I have just now currently forgotten. And the simple fact is there's no way
Throw everything
a Civil War era monitor could defeat
away from me.
something like the Black Prince. Not a chance.
Earned it.
But, you know, he was writing for an American audience, so I guess... You know.
I know this for certain, Frode. You've earned this. I'm sorry, Animo.
Yeah, but it's really weird. There were two frigates. There was the Black Prince, and there was the other one. The other one I've been to. I've visited in Portsmouth. It's one of my favourite ships. I can't remember its name. I keep wanting to say the Victory, but it's not the Victory.
What was that? My ship? Ah! Eject the bridge module! Eject it now!
They fought well.
Oh, come on. I'm irritated at myself. I'm now going to have to look up what was the sister ship to the HMS Black Prince.
To leave in their hands. The Amulus Proxima
HMS Black
still
Prince.
exists, and there are no...
No. That was a different one. Yeah, HMS Black Prince. Warrior! That's it. HMS Warrior. So, yeah, he had, I think it was the Merrimack defeating the Warrior, and there's no chance that that would have ever happened. Have I seen the Expanse series? Yes. I have seen the Expanse series and I've read the books. They are remarkably good.
Give it up.
Why is it I couldn't remember HMS Warrior, but I could remember HMS Black Prince? Now, Black Prince and the Warrior were the two most powerful ships in the world at the time, and were so for a few years. They couldn't even defeat each other's armor, but they could have torn the Merrimack. I think it was the Merrimack, wasn't it? To pieces. Have I read Revelation Space? I might have done.
Which finger the corpus used to count.
I would have to look it up, but I don't have. I think I might have done, but it doesn't stick in my brain too well. But yeah, I have read Revelation. I think I've read Revelation Space. Yeah, I think I might have done. I think there's a very good chance I did. I don't really want to do any of these. Don't like the sabotage mission so much. Not so keen on the excavation. Not so bothered by... Nah. Void Flood? No. Right. I might revisit. I don't have favorite authors. I've got it. You know, it varies. I mean, there was a time when I was much younger. You know, early teens. I would have said, oh, I don't know, Alexander Kent or C.S. Forrester, or I might even have said Tolkien back then. But now, or Peter Morwood, who you almost certainly have never heard of. But now I don't have a favorite author at all. I just have books I like. But if memory serves, yeah, Revelation Space was good. But I'd have to check. I'm pretty certain I've got it somewhere away in my library, but I've got a lot of books in my library. What am I doing? Can't remember. There's no point in going after the Carl 175 missions, because the last time I did that, I didn't make anything from it at all. So I can only assume that now that I've done it, I'm going to have to wait for next week. Steel Path incursions, yeah, I probably want to do that. You said there was a new resurgence. I don't like the resurgences because I don't have the money for it. I don't even know where to find them. Where do I go to check out the resurgence? Somebody tell me. I can cheat. Console to the far right. What, the news? Oh, Nova Prime and Trinity Prime. Got it. I've got a Nova Prime. Might have. Do I have Trinity Prime? Nope, I don't have Trinity, but I'm pretty certain I do have Nova. Yep, I got a Nova. Do I have any Trinity Prime stuff? Probably not. I've got a Trinity Prime Neuroptics blueprint from somewhere. Do I have any bits here? No, I don't. Yeah, I don't think I've got much iron. Not seeing anything immediately helpful. Prime Resurgence.
Prime Vanguard, the Prime,
Right, so I've got the Trinity.
and the end of it.
Yeah, you see, here's the thing. Yeah, no, you need, been through this before. You need, this stuff. And the only way I can get those is by spending actual money. See? Look. Yes, they're right, actually. I hadn't thought of that. I've already got Trinity Prime Neuroptics. Oh, it's only one Aya. Okay, so... And I need the blueprint. Oh, no, I don't. Hang on a second. Trinity Prime blueprint. Let's see. I've got 46.
May the void bring you what you need. The Orokin made you bleed for primes. You've bled enough. Glad to see it back in action.
Ah, sorry about that.
By the glory and wisdom of the Seven, yada yada yada.
And so I could 10 of each. That's about as much as I can get. Top left. Okay, I've missed something. Yeah, I'm not doing that. What's Trinity Prime's prime weapons? Oh, is it Soma and Vasto? I think I've got the blueprint for that, haven't I? So, oh, I've got a Vasto prime barrel. And Soma prime blueprint, Soma prime barrel, former blueprint. Like, looks like I've crafted the former. Sorry, now I've rushed ahead, and now, yeah. I think I'm in the right area. Yeah, all right. Yes, and you said go check on the relock symbol, whatever that is. You mean relic symbol? Yes. Which I now have. Well, I might as well spend the rest of my Aya. 1, 2, 3.
Memory's a tricksy thing, but I think you'll do fine. Here, fresh from the past. From memory to reality, quick as a bow shot. From memory to reality.
I was going to say, I could... Alright, so there we go. I've got a few of those. We can try and crack them at some point. I've got a moderately good chance, actually. Yeah, okay. Thank you for directing me there. Now I need more Aya. Huh. Okay, the grind for Aya. Alright, we might as well do that, mightn't we? Give me a couple of minutes while I go and deposit the contents of my bladder somewhere suitable, preferably not in the corner of the room. And yeah, I don't know. Where do you grind for Aya? I'm sure there's a place. I'll find out when I get back. Right, I'm back. And hang on a second. Okay, yeah. My earbuds were making bleeping noises while I was in the bathroom. Defense survival. Oh, okay. Thank you. Hey, Tony. Sorry, did I say hello, Tony, earlier? I do apologize if I didn't. Oh. Apparently I can get it from Teshin. Can I? Don't know. Have to see. So tell me something, everybody. How does the video quality look? I got a comment this morning that the Long Dark was exhibiting tearing when I moved in a circle like this. And I've had to do some time today researching why that might be, and it gets complicated. I personally think it's as much to do with the Long Dark as anything else. The Long Dark is a game that is particularly prone to me seeing visible tearing on the screen. Yeah, it's weird. Because I could the person who mentioned it couldn't tell me when he'd noticed, because he did ask if I'd made any settings changes, and I hadn't. So ideally you want to run the frame rate that is a divisor or equal to your monitor's maximum refresh rate. So, for example, if you have a 120 hertz monitor, you want to run at 60 or 120 hertz. If you have a 144 hertz monitor, you want to run at 72 or 144. Problem is, this monitor attached to HDMI 2.1 is 100 hertz. Now that means I should be running this at 50 frames a second, which I can do. It looks okay. But streaming at 50 frames a second looks weird. Well, I say it looks weird. Can get messed up somewhat by YouTube and Twitch, because they interpret it. Oh, thank you. Because they interpret it as 60 frames a second, and so they mess with it. So no, he doesn't, does he? Okay, never mind. Is there anything in particular I want from this? That I might want at some point. Okay. It gets more, yeah, it's slightly more complicated than that, but yes. The screen you're looking at is a DisplayPort. Both my two monitors that you can't see are DisplayPort, and they will run both monitors at 180 hertz. The problem is the capture card. Capture cards, unless you get exceptionally expensive ones, are all HDMI. It's only good. I don't really see a huge difference. It's good for higher refresh rates. I will give you that. And like I say, this monitor that I've got, that I'm playing on right now, can go up to 180 hertz, no problem. I mean, but with HDMI, it only goes up to 100 apparently. And that is with Elgato's own cable. But like I say, the problem is the capture card only takes HDMI inputs. I'm not aware of a capture card, except, like I say, a very expensive internal capture cards. Most capture cards available to people like me are all HDMI. Yeah, but he doesn't have any relic packs, does he? I didn't see any. No.
We were led
Oh.
astray.
No, it's not Steel Path on. Oh, wait a minute. Relic pack. Ah. Didn't get me any. That's okay. Yeah. So in principle, when you're mirroring, technical moment here. Probably going to be quicker if I simply grind for them. If you are streaming, there's a couple of ways you can do it. You can do a pass-through, that is, you run HDMI, has to be HDMI, out of your graphics card to the capture card and then back to your monitor. And then you're limited, in my particular case, to 100 Hertz. The second way of doing it is you run your monitor normally and then you mirror it. And then I'm restricted to 100 Hertz again. And this is a feature, as far as I can tell, of the capture card itself. It won't let me set up anything higher than that. At least not as far as I can tell. And trust me, I've tried. So I'm kind of restricted there. Ideally, what I ought to do is run this at a solid 100 frames a second, which is kind of awkward for the game. Well, that's essentially what I'm doing. Screen recording, capture. But you see, I'm using a separate computer to do it. So you need a capture card. So my Mac is actually the one that's doing the streaming. Why? Because it means that the Linux system gets a bit better. It has about a 15-20% increase in GPU availability. I'm not particularly grinding for anything. Titania Prime I don't have, so I have a Nova Prime. Titania Prime is part of the Resurgence, so I grabbed some relic packs for that. I've got 13 for each. At some point I'll go grind them and see what happens. So I don't think I've got any particular Titania. I don't have any Titania Prime parts at all. For streaming, I can stream 60 frames a second with just software, but honestly, that doesn't make any difference when it comes to refresh rates or tearing or anything like that. That's a hardware issue. And the problem with doing software streaming is it's a surprising load on the CPU. It'll use up 30% of your CPU doing software streaming. Hardware streaming uses, 15-20% of your graphics card. And then if you do what I did, which is move everything off onto another computer, that other computer is now primarily streaming, hardware streaming. I could do software, but it wouldn't really fix the problem, if there is a problem. So, yeah, for about a year, I did actually do software streaming, not realizing I was doing software encoding. And that really pushes up the temperatures in my little computer, because my gaming computer is a small form factor. Don't forget, when that computer was built, it was built to run Minecraft. I never had any intention of running anything else except Sky Children of the Light, and I had no intention of streaming. If I had the chance to rebuild the computer now, I would do it somewhat differently. But yeah.
Operator, do you know?
But by moving all the streaming over onto the Mac, I've now basically done the equivalent of install a new graphics card. And then stream with that. Right, what am I doing? Oh yeah. Where am I? Do I want to go? Apparently Hepit and Ukko is efficient for beginners. Really? Let's have a little look.
Don't forget the reactant. You need more to open that relic. Success. The captive is safely in our hands. Congratulations, Tenno. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. That's it. You opened the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
Well, the day is going all right, apart from the having to fiddle around try and find out if there was anything I could do to sort out screen tearing. That slightly bothers me because at one point while I was experimenting during the live stream, I should know, I didn't see screen tearing on my screen, but the capture card had screen tearing. Okay, well, that was a slightly pointless little waste of time there.
Well, it's early where Nora is, and as she wipes
Yeah, no, it's
she wonders.
the thing is, it's all kinds of possibilities that can cause screen tearing. It's not necessarily as simple as your frame rate and the refresh rate of your monitor. There are other aspects to it. A difference between the refresh rate of your main monitor and the mirrored capture card, that can cause problems. I think, I'm not sure, I can't remember everything else, but yeah, it can be non-straightforward. I tried all kinds of combinations at one point, and it's like, no, the way I originally had it worked best. And the long dark, to be honest, is somewhat prone to screen tearing, even when technically it shouldn't be, and other games are not. Right. What am I up to? Oh, I can't.
Do you know which
No.
finger the corpus used to count their money? The index.
I know. I haven't hugged Kubrow today. How many of these have I got?
Fascinated by the gladiatorial.
173. Oh! I thought this. I'm going to say I have crafted that, so I can get the jade. Hang on. I don't trust this anymore. I know it says I've got it. Let me see whether I'm sorry, this is silly, I know. I am going to absolutely double check, make sure. Right. I have systems, I have the chassis, I just need the neuroptics. System, I need the neuroptics. Okay. Let's go grab the neuroptics. Just one more thing out the way. Then at least I can build Jade while I get her weapons. And I've got the even song.
We have returned Jade to the sun. Ordis is ready to assist.
Yeah. Neuroptics. There we go.
It is done. For now.
Right, that's one more bit done. Yeah, given here's something else that I know can affect your display, and that is your webcam of all things. There are settings in OBS/Logitech where if you change a setting on, for example, the web camera, it will also be reflected on your capture card automatically. It's a bug. And actually that is one change I did make, switching to automatic background removal as I'm using now rather than a green screen. It's not absolutely impossible that could affect screen tearing. And you may think, well, how is that possible? And it's a case of, trust me, everything's interconnected doing this, and I wouldn't be at all surprised. Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised if I looked up bitrate. Let's have a look, see. No, apparently not. Yeah. Officially, screen tearing occurs when the GPU sends frame to the monitor too fast, too slow, or out of sync with the monitor's refresh rate. Yeah. So in principle, I ought to run the game at 100 frames a second. But here's the thing, right? Let's say I set the refresh rate of my main monitor to 60 hertz. I still get screen. In fact, if I run the long dark at 60 frames a second, with the monitor set to 60 hertz refresh, I get terrible screen tearing. So it's not as straightforward as, oh, you just need to sync in your frame frame rate and your monitor's refresh rate. It gets more complicated than that. And you could say, well, then it's a monitor problem. Yeah, maybe the monitor just isn't up for it. Although technically speaking, I think all my monitors support. I do support these things. I'm sure there's some technical expert out there who would hear what I'm saying and say, no, I'm completely wrong. And it is game dependent. Sometimes it can be game dependent as well. Some games are better at the problem than others. Right, so let me see. What was I doing? I'm not entirely certain. Oh, I can't be bothered to grind for Aya. Let's go and do something on the... Let's see if I can do something more interesting on the steel path. What have I not done? What do I want to go and do? Let's see. Venus? What have we got here? Rescue? I hate rescue. Spy. Excavate. Yeah, let's give Aphrodite a bash, if that's okay. What's this one? Oh, mobile defense. Run around, beat things up. Oh, very nice.
Your weapons make music, and the enemy calls for a song.
Terminal spotted. Upload me and prepare to defend. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. On it. Continue to defend. Corpus walkers are heading to your location. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. Here. Move on. I need access to a terminal. Find one and patch me in. Location reached. Drop me in and defend our position. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. working on it. Continue to defend. Terminal hacked. Keep moving. Here is a terminal. Get me in and get ready to defend. Stay focused. There's a heavy unit approaching. I'm in, Tenno. This will take a moment. Still working on it. Continue to defend. The odds were against us, Tenno, but we did it. Mission complete. Walkers incoming.
That's pretty good. I would get profoundly bored if I did something like that.
Your will was greater. This is good.
Well, you know what? For me on the Steel Path, that wasn't bad. Although I think it very funny that it said, "What's the best? Look, what's the best we can say about your achievement during that run? You got 86 melee kills." And then you have a look at what Prakash was doing. 80% of the damage. Did I actually fire anything? What's this one? This is interception is, oh grief! It's one of those horrible things where you have to go from. Excuse me a second. Interceptions where you have to go between the 4 various posts, isn't it? You really want 4 people for that. At least I do. Killican? What is that? Excavation. Ooh. Alright. I'm going to go and beat up this fella. I'll be right back, Brickage. Oh, that was easy. Right, that was that was straightforward. For some reason, the junctions are a heck of a lot easier than they were when I first had to do them. Alright, let's go and do a rescue. Oh, first of all, let me go and get myself set up for magnetic so that at least I've got a slightly better chance of killing a few things. Yeah. Lots of impact comes off, north wind comes off. Shocking touch goes on. And
If lost upon the
electricity, don't I want?
you may
No,
derive
north
such
wind.
things from mineral-dense termite droppings, which the Australs
Magnetic.
call Ito Da. You may also never form a consonant again, but at least you will not be dead.
Yeah. Stick Prime Fury on the. Sorry, I'll be right with you. Oh. Stormbringer. Here we go. Right, sorry about that, Prakash. Gonna do? Oh, rescue. That should be relatively straightforward, even for me. Even if I don't know how to do rescues, to be honest, but still.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
We don't have much time. Holding area. Careful. If the wardens detect you, they will surely initiate the execution sequence.
Where am I going? Oh,
There's
this
a
way.
heavy unit approaching. Bypass complete. You may proceed. Hurry up. You are running out of time.
Ah, stop shooting at me. I'm not doing well today.
Prisoner located. We need to get them back to command in one piece. Find your way to the exits. And
Oh, you got him.
subject behind.
Ah, how did I get caught up in here? Just went the wrong way? No, I didn't. Yeah, well, yeah, sort of I did. Ah.
And so we learn the importance of clarity and purpose.
Thank you, Prakash. That was extremely helpful. This should be straightforward. Wasn't planning on doing Steel Path missions today, to be honest, but or Beyond Incursions that I liked.
These are worthy foes. Underestimate them at your peril.
The reactor is a complex system. Start by removing the coolant cells. My intel suggests there are rich enemy supply caches in the area, but I am unable to pinpoint their exact location. Search them out if you are willing to shoulder the added risk.
Sorry.
The reactor is going into stasis. Now is your chance to complete this sabotage. Use whatever you can to make sure it never works again. Coolant cell extracted. Cell reinserted. When the reactor is restarted, this will trigger a meltdown. Destroy the fuel injectors. The reactor has gone critical. Get to extraction immediately. Beware, Tenno. This ship is experiencing reduced gravity and magnetic anomalies.
A valuable lesson.
So you don't get anything particularly different on the steel path. I mean, you don't get different ammo drums or anything like that, I take it. It's just, sorry, ammo drums, mods. It's just harder. Is that basically it? Oh, right. Ooh. I haven't done... Have I done an exterminate archwing? That sounds like fun. Let me go and check out and see, because I haven't used archwings much, and not for the steel path. I got a suspicion this could end up in an absolute screaming disaster. Let's see. Yeah, those are the only ones I've got. And yes, Prisma. I have not worked with this at all. So I have no idea how this is going to work out. Acolytes?
When in Cetus, do not drink the kombucha.
Alright, let's try this just for the fun of it.
Producing the hydraulic effort required to unstick your tongue from the roof of your mouth the following morning.
And I should have checked to make sure what kind of damage I was doing, but I didn't. Never mind.
The art of combat must be practiced to truly master the canvas of war.
serious threats.
Oh, these are all going down fairly easily. Yes, I got dual Decurions. I know I said I wanted at one point. I'm going the wrong way. This is a lot
Stay focused. There's a heavy unit.
easier than I expected, to be honest. Am I even going the right way? No, I'm not. I'm lost. It's official.
You have broken their ranks and they are all
Ah.
done. Another successful mission. Find extraction.
I don't even know where I'm going. I am utterly lost. Which is amusing, but not helpful. No. I'm sorry, guys. I've got no idea where I'm going. And I have no idea how to get out of here. Yep. Totally lost. Ah. I hate this. Oh, well.
As you conquer the foe, so you conquer yourself.
Sorry about that. Ooh, that's new. Just a bit. I wouldn't mind ranking up the dual Decurions. Those are kinda nice. And it's a where was... No, it wasn't. Yes, interception. This one's actually one I can do tolerably well. If it's the one I think it is. Yes, it is. And I am completely ignoring my own rules about this kind of mission. Except that this one does seem to work well for the whole fly around and shoot everything rather than stay where you are. But it makes a nice change, actually. Alright, I'll take that under advisement. And I do mean under advisement. I don't mean I'm saying that just to ignore you. Why would that help me with progression? I mean, what does it earn me in terms of mods that will make me less useless. Ah, right, okay. That's useful to know. Let's be gone. I'm okay with going another round. Everybody else is. Like I say, it's not something I normally do. I've never actually sat down and said, oh yeah, let's rank up anything to do with an arch ring. It's sort of incidental. I've never focused on it. Just like I haven't focused on railjacks when I really should. Because when I found out you could get a railjack, I really, really wanted one.
Well, well, well. Looks like some serious crud is going down out there. Here's to you, anonymous troublemaker.
All right, so maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow's Friday, right? Yeah, I'll run arbitration missions. Seems like a plan. Oh, by the way, for some reason I just... not quite sure why this reminded me. I am starting to consider changing my schedule a bit. If I can get my sleep patterns a little bit more normal. Now, as far as most people are concerned, it probably won't make any difference because the 9 AM and 7 PM will remain exactly the same. But that early morning 5 AM would essentially be replaced by me going and getting some exercise. And so I am considering when I would pop in that third daily live stream. I'm thinking it would probably be around about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, because that's really the only option I've got available. But that is going to depend on seeing if I can retrain my body to not take an afternoon nap and sleep properly at night like a regular human being. So I will keep everybody updated as things develop. If I'm very, very lucky, I might be able to manage that in the next, I don't know, over the weekend or something. Sometimes it doesn't take a huge amount to change patterns like that. So, like I say, I'll keep you all informed. There will be announcements on Discord and in the community posts. So I think we'll do this last one, and then I'll start wrapping things up. I almost feel like I'm spawn camping.
The data you have collected here today will go a long way in supporting our cause.
Right. Well, that was slightly entertaining. So,
Well, it's early where Nora is, and as she wipes the sleep from her eyes, she wonders.
thank you everybody for watching. I just remembered something very, very important. Hang on a moment. Come here, Misfit. Have a hug. So, yeah, I will be back tomorrow morning with Vintage Story. And I can't remember what I'm doing in Vintage Story. Spring is arriving. Trying to sort planting out, which I should have done, I suppose, during winter, but I didn't properly figure out in my head. Then we got the Long Dark, and then Warframe. It's then, of course, we got the weekend. No guarantees for anything over the weekend, but I will probably do Soulframe in the evenings on Saturday and Sunday, as per usual. So thank you, everyone. Thanks for the likes. They are much appreciated. I hope you all have a good rest of your day.
Operator, did you hear that? It said...
Thanks for engaging me in chat and giving me advice. I do appreciate it. Oh, acolytes are the pretend stalkers. Okay, yes, of course they are. Right. Sorry, I'm now addressing a comment that I missed. So, yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. I shall see you all next time.